Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. In the last part, we, did stuff.
We did the whole Masamune thing.
Right, thank you. It's been about a month since we last recorded one of these. Sorry about that, by the way. And we need to find some Dreamstone in order to repair the Masamune. The only place we can find it is deep in the past, and once you know it, we conveniently have a warp right on over to 65 million BC.
You could have gone here earlier, but
there's no real point.
Wouldn't have done you much good.
Also, I understand why they call it BC for our purposes, but why is it called BC in this world? What the hell? Dinosaur people. Random, but I've seen worse.
They call it BC, like, they call it 65 million BC here?
Yeah. Anyway.
How do they know that Jesus was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was there a Jesus in this world? Either way, next new enemy is a Reptite, 92 HP, 200 defense, 30 magic defense, 72 XP, 2 TP, no gold, and they drop petals. You'll find out what those are for later.
Petal equals flower, right?
No, there are different items. And we got a dual tech, sweet. Oh, well, this is an enemy rush kind of area. Okay.
No, there's petal, fang, horn, and feather. You put flower on one of those. I think that's a petal. I think it's supposed to be petal.
What blonde cave woman? What? Okay, that was another fight with Reptites, by the way.
Darl. Also, this person's theme is just great.
Bad touch.
What are you doing?
Well, okay, then this just happened. This is Ayla. Hi.
I know a girl who spells her name just like that, and she called herself Isla. It's interesting.
The thing is about this game is that a lot of characters' names are very much so up to interpretation of how they're pronounced. Isla, Ayla, Marl, Marley. Also, fun little fact about translation. Right there where she says that she likes men and women, she actually more so is talking about in that way in the Japanese version.
Oh boy.
Essentially, I am paraphrasing.
So...
And she doesn't know what a robot is.
Raboot.
I love that. For some reason, that just reminds me of something from Final Fantasy VI. I can't recall what, but it reminds me of that.
Also, she said rubbish.
Huh. Ayla's dialogue is actually some of the more interesting because it's very inconsistently sophisticated. Either way, we're gonna follow her to her village in this direction. Also, check this, because this is this time realm's treasure chest, and we got another berserker there.
Alright, next enemy is called a runner. 196 HP, 200 defense, 30 magic defense, 48 XP, 2 TP, no gold, drops a horn. No enemies in the 65 million BC drop gold, I think.
Yeah, the reasoning for that is this was before money was invented. Which is kind of odd because there is an item shop in the village that we're going to be going to. So what are we giving them?
You just have shiny stones and they're like, me want, give.
That is a very
So essentially we are changing history. We are
creating economy. Oh god. Anyway, next new enemy is Kilwalla. This is actually what we first saw Specchio as. 160 HP, 80 magic defense, 42 XP, 2 TP, no gold, and they drop petals. Every enemy in this entire time zone only tends to drop those items that Kenny mentioned earlier. Petals, feathers, horns, and fangs. You'll see what those are for later. Just make sure you have a good stock of them almost at any given point in time, though.
This place is very important to the whole money grinding thing if you want to get the Demon's Edge. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And here we are at the village of Ioka. This person right here gives you sweet water, which is essentially our current equivalent to an inn. That will run out eventually, but by that point, well, actually, by that I mean past a certain event, you'll have another place to restore your HP and MP. And apparently, the chief has a pretty red stone, which is what the Dreamstone was described as, so we should probably see if we can get it from her. And this is essentially this place, this marketplace. We need to find the petal, fang, horn, and feather in the northern range, and we can trade it here for items. We need to go to the range there first, but let's just say it's worth your time to do.
It is very worth it. But you need to have the okay in order to actually trade. You can't just come in here and trade.
Yeah. And this is Ayla's house. I don't know when she killed 3 tigers. I would have liked to have seen that, but that's cool. Either way, party time. Also, poor Robo Marl, friends of Chrono. And hey, this song again from the beginning of the game. Actually, if you pay attention during the Millennial Festival, they actually are using these sprites for the dancing. So, yeah, that's a nice little foreshadowing there. The thing is about this entire area is that I'm not sure exactly what you have to do to trigger how to progress. I'm not sure if it's talking to everyone a certain amount of time. Or...
I think it's time. I personally think it's time related.
I do believe you have to speak to Kino here, but I don't know anything else otherwise.
No, I've never had to actually speak to Kino. I've just kind of just seen him there and was like, "Hey."
Either way, this is a nice little party area. I like it when games do this, like give you a break from just the seriousness to have a little party. I wish more of RPGs did this. And we have Jurassic pork soup. I see what you did there. Either way, now she's describing the fact that her people have been fighting the reptiles for a while now, and that their leader, Azala, is up to things.
Also, is Azala male or female?
Azala is a girl.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we cross that bridge, but they're very inconsistent about that. Either way, here, if you talk to Marl again, you can actually do the exact same dance moves from the festival. And of course, I just like laughing like a creeper. What is that one animation supposed to be, by the way, where he looks like he's putting his hand on his side?
Probably unsheathing and sheathing a sword, maybe?
Yeah, true. But I mean, outside of battle, what would that be? Either way, we're gonna try and get the Dreamstone for her, and the way we have to do it is a soup race. If you remember the... what is essentially...
The soda guzzling test. Sorry,
yeah,
that was my...
yeah, he's going through a bit of a sickness, by the way, so we'll apologize for that right now. Essentially, you just have to mash the button as best as you can. Thankfully, I am good at mashing.
I lost this the first time I tried, and I was like, how do you get past this?
I have never lost this, because I'm a surprisingly good button masher.
I do like little button mashing sections in games. It's pretty nice.
They can add some interesting little dialogue. I immediately think of one in Sly 3. And that was one hell of a hangover.
Hangover, oh boy.
But that's not human footprints on the ground.
Not with that attitude. It could be a human in a dinosaur suit.
And the gate key is gone. Oh, damn it. No. And now we're trapped here unless we go find it, so we should probably go talk to Ayla. I love that they actually put the fact that she snorts. Ayla has some of the more humorous dialogue. I will give her that, but that's just because of the fact that she has, honestly, the most excuses to react in certain situations. Being from such a primitive era of time.
Fair. We settle with reptiles.
And she's going to be coming with us. Ayla, if you could tell by the fact we named her, is our next party member. And from the start, she's not that great. She'll be evolving as we go, though. The interesting thing about her is that she doesn't really have a weapon type, per se. Her weapons are her fists, and they gain more boosts as you level up. I'll get the exact things for that now. But first, I want to go.
I can actually probably remember.
Well,
it's only got 3 levels, I think.
3 levels in the Super Nintendo version. In the DS version, it was extended. Either way, I'm talking to this guy because now we're actually going to head towards the northern hunting grounds they told us about earlier. And essentially, you want to get combinations of certain items. I think it's 3 of any 2 for you to get either certain items, equipments, and such. And I want to go up there and get a good amount of them.
Honestly, the one you want to get the most of is the stone arm because it sells for a lot of gil, or gold. And if you want gold, get those because they sell for a lot. And that is how I end up farming for the the thingy mabobber, the Demon's Edge for Chrono, so I can beat up magic enemies.
I tend to wait to do that for a bit later, but I know what you mean. I'm actually giving Ayla the Berserker Ring, because at this point, she's actually one of the best Berserkers in the game, because she doesn't have many other abilities. Also, if I recall, every single one of her techs is based off her strength stat. Either way, I think we got 3 new enemies here. Yep, Croaker, Amphibites, and Rain Frogs. Go ahead, Ken.
So the first one's the Croaker. 100 HP, 64 XP, drops flower ×2. Probably the petal.
The Amphibite has the exact same HP and XP, but they drop 2 horns. Ken. Rain Frog.
Oh. They do the same, but drop feathers.
Essentially, the way that this entire area works is that the enemies are all pathetically weak, and anything that shares a sprite has the exact same stats. They just drop different items. There is an enemy here, though, that doesn't share a sprite with anything else, at least in this time period. And we'll be seeing him momentarily.
An Ion. 152 HP, 72 XP, drops petals. There you
go. Ions have the same HP and XP, but they drop 2 feathers. Let's see, here it is. Ayla, her critical hit rate raises to 35% and inflicts the confused status effect at 72. At 96, her critical hit damage increases to quad 9s. The DS release would add 2 more at 24, which increases her crit hit rate to 25, and at 48, which boosts it to 30. And here's that exclusive enemy. We've seen this guy's sprite before, I believe. The New. The New has 1,234 HP, 248 XP, 30 TP. It drops 3 fangs, feathers, horns, and petals. The thing is about this guy, though, is that he has attacks that either will do 1 damage or reduce you to 1 damage HP.
No, that's not. It's that's weird the way you said that. It's weird because there's only one place that I've ever seen where news have 3 different attacks, and it's 2 different types of news.
I only just said 2. Reduces you to 1 and does 1.
Yeah, but this one only does the reduce you to 0. You can't get killed by any news except for that one place.
I could think otherwise, but I tend to kill them more quickly than not. And he also gives us a sight scope for beating him. That one specific one, which is a...
third eye, not a sight scope.
Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Wait, it basically just increases your evade.
It doubles evasion, which is wonderful. Because with high enough evasion, good stuff happens.
The New can only appear in the bottom right, and top left corners of this area. And they're pretty good for fighting. You only get the third eye that once, but it's pretty good to get. Either way, let's see, what do I want to get here? I want to get 9 petals, 12 fangs, 15 horns, and 18 feathers to get 1 of each weapon, 2 ruby vests, and 3 rock helms, which you're seeing them as I associated now, or spread out now. Today is not a good day for my verbals because I am all over the places. And before I head south towards our real goal, I want to head up here towards the Dactyl Nest for reasons that I'll get into later. You're not supposed to come here till later, but I'm here anyway.
So the first one here is a Cave Ape, 436 HP. That alone tells you, well, how much HP is there. 100 defense, 90 magic defense, 123 XP, 3 tech points, and it drops a fang. A fang, not 2 of them.
And the Schist has 250 HP, 180 defense, 60 magic defense, 94 XP, 3 TP, still no gold, and they drop fangs.
That was a voice crack.
I believe the Cave Ape, I might be forgetting thinking of a cousin of it later on, but if I recall, they counterattack a lot no matter what, but I believe they also will throw smaller enemies at you. I might be thinking of later cousins, though. Yeah, I
don't remember.
I think I'm thinking of the ones later on in this time period.
I know that these guys throw enemies at you. I think the cousins do the same.
Okay. They do a lot of counterattacks either way. And I got Drill Kick there. That is a really good double tech you're going to want. In fact, that's why I have Robo with me, so I can get some decent
I never realized how powerful Drill Kick was until quite recently.
It's great.
Okay, Avian Rexes. Avian. 327 HP, 129 XP, 3 tech points, weak to electricity, which is Chrono, and then drops feathers. There you go. They're dead.
The only enemy in this area that I think is actually troublesome is, honestly, the cave ape. The Schists barely get a chance to do anything, and the avian rexes are so pathetic lazy you shouldn't give them much of a chance to do anything.
What I find interesting is that I think for the first hit, the Schists have, like, max defense or something like that.
Something like that.
When when their little thing opens up for a crater, they have weakened defense, I think.
And I think a stronger attack, too. Either way, here I got the Mesomail, which is the only reason I came over here for right now, because I want to give that to Chrono, because that is a really good buff. I think it's even better than the Ruby Vests at this point.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong piece of equipment.
Oh, hey, Kino. What are you doing here?
I told you it was a human in a dinosaur suit.
Damn it. Apparently, he is the one who took our gate key because he was jealous that Ayla was kind of flirting-ish with Robo. No, with Chrono.
But she likes men and women.
Yeah, but Kino wants him to be the only man-woman that she likes.
Oh boy.
Either way, he's apologizing, so all is cool. However, he can't quite give the stuff back to us because the Reptites took it from him. Idiots.
Honestly, I was hoping they would do something like they did in FF12 where they, like, have someone appear as a guest.
Oh, yeah, that would have been kind of cool, but Kino probably would have been like Bannon in 6 where he couldn't do much. That's
fair.
Anyway, this place is very much so a maze with some enemies jangled all around it, like the gold eaglets here. 400 HP, 57 XP, 2 TP, and they drop feathers. Guess why? The way you have to find your way around this area is follow the footprints. Because otherwise you could actually get fairly lost in this area.
This area is very annoying.
I hate this place.
This is actually probably my least favorite area in the whole game.
It's not quite my least favorite in the whole game. It's probably my least favorite in 65 million BC, though.
Okay, that's fair. It's definitely my least favorite here. As for that, I'm not quite sure what my least favorite is.
I have an idea what my least favorite is, but we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. There are a lot of chests in this area, though, mostly containing, like, healing.
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? I totally have a more disliked place that is not this place. What am I saying?
Although I think overall, my least favorite area in all the versions of this game is one of the DS exclusive areas because, good lord, that place got annoying in the post-game.
Please tell me they put Singing Mountain in the game.
I forget. It's been a while since I played DS. Either way, next enemy... Oh, wait, no, this is you. Did I put...
Winged Apes? I believe that's that. 450 HP, 90 magic defense, 123 XP, 2 TP, drops fangs. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it right now.
We're both out of it. It's been a while since I actually did a video for myself because I recorded a certain Game Gear Games finale, which you guys won't be seeing for several months, about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't done a video since.
Phone calls during recording. Oh boy.
Yeah, those happen a lot for me, but only sporadically. Like they'll happen in bursts. Chrono Trigger had
at least you get. Hey, I mean, at least you get called at all. I get called every now and then, but it's for more like.
What you say?
That you only met. Well, oh, that song is.
I swear
crazy.
I've heard that roar sound effect in something else. The Winged Apes roar sound effect. It sounds like something that would be in a Godzilla movie. And it's not unheard of for games to use Godzilla sound effects, like Super Metroid. Some of the boss sound effects were actual Godzilla monster roars.
That's pretty awesome.
Like, I think Kraid was a very obvious one, as I think was... Dragon, I think? It's been a while since I looked up and researched all that. And that's the end of the forest maze, but now we're immediately thrown into the Reptite layer, which I recommend save before entering and use a shelter, because this area can be kind of damaging, and also very strange as to the way it works. You see, in the way it works is that you want to fall down the holes, and these enemies here, Evil Weevils, will eventually start digging more holes for you. I believe there are 4 directions, top right, top left, bottom right, and each route has its own treasure chests. So I'm going to be cutting around a lot in this area to get back to this specific room so that I can access all the areas. First off, I believe for me is the bottom right. Yes, it is.
Full tonic.
Getting around this area can be honestly really annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If you want to, though, I believe you can just go through the hole that's open from the start and just go through the area from there. Either way, next enemy is a fly trap, 316 HP, 64 defense, 86 XP, 2 TP, and they can drop petals. Some of these paths also have branches from within them, like as you're seeing here, this one has a bottom right and a bottom left path to itself. And you want to go towards the bottom right in this one because it leads you towards a secret treasure chest.
A secret treasure chest?
Well, a more secret treasure chest. It also leads us towards our next enemy.
Megasauruses. 830 HP, 230 defense, 40 magic defense, and 147 XP. They drop fangs. And why didn't you get or did you, like, were you able to get the defense on after they've been hit with lightning?
That's not these guys. That's the cousins.
No, it is also these guys.
Not in my experience, actually. I could just be forgetting. Because
I don't know.
What Kenny is essentially saying is, I know for a fact later on in this time period, there are lizard enemies that you can only do decent physical damage with after you shock them with lightning, but these early ones you can take down basically no issue. Though if this guy has that, I don't know of it, and even then his HP doesn't really matter that much. Although,
that's true.
If I recall, it drops their defense down to 0.
I just remember the person in one of the huts saying thunder stuns all dinosaurs.
I haven't tried it against him, but it might work against him. Get out of my way, Evil Weevil. I don't want to fight you yet.
Evil Weevil?
I love that name. Evil Weevil.
Evil Knievel?
Because it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! With Weevil, the insect monster user.
Have not watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!
You
ever.
did not miss out on much. I only recommend watching through the end of Battle City. Either way, next enemy is in fact the Evil Weevil. 158 HP, 192 defense, 25 magic defense, 81 XP, and 2 TP, and they can drop feathers for some reason.
It'd be cool if they had if they had something called like an iron carapace or something, because they definitely have that kind of thing.
I could see them dropping more so fangs out of the 4.
That's
or no,
fair.
horns. Horns, easily. Oh well. This is actually an area I like the idea of, but backtracking around through it can be kind of annoying, because some of the enemies do respawn. This bottom floor, though, right here, is where all of the routes reunite, so you'll see this room no matter what. And the rock helm is actually really good. In fact, that's why I only got a certain number of them earlier, because I knew I would find one here. Rule of thumb is that if I'm not getting the amount of an equipment slot that would be good for everyone, if I'm getting like 1 or 2 less, that's because either I'm going to find some amount of them later on, or there's something better in the next area.
I definitely remember being very annoyed at games like Final Fantasy IV, and I specifically remember 9, actually, where they had you bought a certain sword from the shop, and then that sword was in the dungeon in a treasure chest, like right in front of the entrance.
Yeah, that happens. Either way, Kenny, go ahead before this enemy gets. Never mind.
Shiitakes. Let's see. There we go. 158 HP, 0 magic defense, 111 XP, 2 TP. There you go. Drop petals.
They can also run away, I believe, if their winged ape cousins or friends are killed off before you can kill them. And this little side path here is actually how you get back to the top, so you can go through all the extra pathways. This actually, if I recall, took upwards of 20 minutes to get done completely. But you can actually get a good amount of experience points doing this, so it's nothing too bad. I think I gained at least a level and a half.
12 seconds.
Did you actually, like, count 12 seconds?
It was exactly 12 seconds, so I was like, oh, yes.
That's pretty clever.
You see the recent SpongeBob movie, actually?
The recent SpongeBob movie?
The one with the CG?
Oh, the like
Sponge out of water one or whatever?
Yeah, the really weirdly animated one? No, I haven't seen that.
Well, the thing is, it's not overly weirdly animated. That CG stuff's only in the last 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that's almost all Act 3 stuff. Everything else is animated basically like the cartoon is. And it's not like the old mid-2000s movie where it was animated completely in the same style, but it was higher quality animation. It was about the same quality as the current show.
Ugh.
Which, mind you, is better than the show was back when the first movie happened, but that was a weird choice. I would have at least had that be about half the movie.
Yeah, because, like, if they're only showing part 3, how is anyone supposed to know what's supposed to be happening?
Yeah, that was stupid. Either way, that's all the treasure chests there are, and this is a person with the pink cape who is Azala. And she immediately notices that we're a bit different, so, let's tell her the truth. Oh, come on! You want the truth from us, but you call us liars when we tell it? Ah, dick. Azala is a weird one because the way you're supposed to be able to tell she's a girl is her pink cape. But I know for a fact in this game, they refer to her as a he at least once.
That's why I got so confused.
Either way, boss of this area is Nizbel. 4200 HP, 252 defense, 100 magic defense, 500 XP, and 10 TP.
This guy is really annoying. I've died to him quite a few times, honestly.
He is the first dinosaur monster that you have to use lightning in order to lower his physical defense. After you do that, I recommend following up with single attacks like Robo Tackle, Cat Attack, and Spin Cut, because then you can just get the most damage mileage out of them. You could potentially do some drill kicks just to get some damage in, but I prefer to do this for this boss fight in particular, just for the sake of MP.
I love Robo Tackle. It's a wonderful move.
Robo, I think, is the most useful party member in the game, because his techs are really varied in range and use. Laser Spin, especially, I use even towards the end of the game. What are your general strategies for this guy, though, Ken?
Basically exactly what you're doing.
All right. I remember when I first played this game, this guy was a bit of a wall for me because I didn't talk to an NPC who said, use electricity to lower his defense. Even though I believe he has an attack where he'll absorb that electricity and use it against you. I think he actually may have just done that. But overall, Nizbel, not a hard boss. He's more of an HP tank than anything.
How much HP did you say he had?
4,200, which is about almost 4 times as much as the new that we fought earlier. So for this point in the game, he is a tank. But I think the average tech at this point will do about 200 to 300. Yeah, 200 to 400 roughly. So about maybe a 3-minute boss battle if you're doing it right. But if you don't know the lightning thing, this could be a bit of a tricky boss. I've beaten him without using lightning once. It took me about an hour. And it was not fun. But either way, Nizbel, not a very hard boss. Just make sure to use lightning.
The apes beat Nizbel. Nay.
And here's something I don't understand. Azala can clearly run away. So why did she give us the gate key?
Maybe she dropped the key?
Alright, because Ayla told her to put it down just so we can get it back. I suppose it could be the fact that maybe Ayla could outspeed her? Either way, if we got the gate key back, so now we can head back to the end of the time. But Ayla's gonna remain here with her people. But she'll welcome us back if we ever need to come back. And I almost cut back to the end of time without showing you guys how to get back to it. You need to head back to the area where we fell down. Head up and then jump into the gate. I do kind of wish, because of that animation though, that if you when you got back to the end of time, that you would still be falling. Like you'd have a little recoil.
That would be funny.
That would be a nice little joke. By the way, let's talk to the old guy now. We found the Dreamstone, because yeah, we actually got that from them as well. And we need to take that over to Melchior in order to have the Masamune fixed. So let's go do that.
It's Melchior.
What the hell are you doing? You're having a bit of a seizure there, Melchior.
His laughing is just... I shall help also.
If you actually don't have Robo for this sequence, if you have Luca instead, she'll do this also. I'm not sure what happens if you have Luca and Robo, though. I think Luca takes priority. And I think this is the first time we hear this song in the game, isn't it?
Corridors of Time, I think.
Yeah, Corridors of Time is the track's name. We'll hear this a good amount later on, but I think this is the first time I played it. And
I think
this
this is
song.
the first time you hear it.
And it makes sense too,
No,
because
no. You hear it while Melchior tells the story of the Masamune before you go out and get the Dreamstone.
Right, my bad.
Well, no, don't say you're bad because I forgot until just now.
There are some things in this game I completely forget about because honestly, there are some sequences that are just not worth remembering because they're so minor.
That is fair. I am a stickler for remembering tiny little details.
Now, I would love to see a 3D remake of this, purely almost for one of the scenes alone, because I would love to see how they would do this scene in 3D. Just the whole smithing idea. Either way, with that out of the way, the Masamune is indeed repaired, and it's a freaking giant sword. Suck it, Cloud.
Oof.
No, seriously, because think about it. If we're to believe that the sword is about the same size as that sprite, which is about the same size as a person, that sword is at least 6 feet long.
That is... Okay, that's fair.
And now I'm actually heading back to Luca's before we end off the part, because if we have Luca in our party, or no, not even in our party, we can get the Taban helm from Taban, which is one of the best helmets in the game for Luca. It is so good. Boosts her magic defense, which she really needs a boost to almost no matter what. And it's just so good. She'll have that on for a good amount of the game from here on out. But with that, we're going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. And in part 8, now that we have the Masamune, we're going to go check back on Frog to see what he'll say about that. See you guys then.
Bye.